Hello everyone, my name is Erica Denham and I'm with Metasys Technologies Incorporated, which is based in Atlanta, Georgia. Joining me today is Steve Alter, Vice President of Staffing Solutions for MTI Staffing Division. Steve is responsible for leading the sales and recruiting team. He has over 17 years of experience in the staffing industry, and today he's going to tell us about MTI's innovative approach to veteran recruitment. Welcome, Steve.
Hi, Erica. I'm looking forward to speaking about veteran recruitment and staffing today. Thank you.
Great. So, Steve, Metasys Technologies Incorporated is a company that thrives on partnering with its clients to place innovative solutions in the marketplace. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about the company and the exciting things that you're doing?
Great. I would be glad to. So within Metasys, we have two divisions. One is MetaProcure. MetaProcure really provides the next generation procurement solutions. But we're going to speak a little bit more today about Metasys. And so Metasys has several service lines. Let's start with staffing. Within the staffing area, staff augmentation, temporary services, we focus within the information technology area, which is providing anything from project managers to system administrators to developers and programmers. We also provide accounting and finance professionals, mainly within our insurance and financial services clients. Other service lines include call center solutions and staffing, special event staffing, and then of course veteran recruitment and staffing. And I mentioned our client base. We do have clients within the financial services where we do focus on the accounting and finance area. We also have clients within the high tech, telecommunications, and even in the beverage and soft drink industry.
Great. Now, I know that MTI has a truly innovative approach to veteran staffing. Can you tell us about the value of working with veterans?
I would be glad to, but I think it might be better to start first to talk about some of the facts. So when we're looking at the veteran population, almost 1 million of veterans are unemployed today.
Wow.
It's a really big number, and the number is bigger for veterans, obviously, than it is for non-veterans. There's a lot more, percentage-wise, there's a lot more veterans unemployed than there are non-vets. If you factor in disabled veterans, their numbers are even greater in terms of the unemployment. There's been a lot of programs put in place through Congress and even through our First Lady in the White House. There's one in particular called Hiring Our Heroes program. And these programs are actually good. They're productive, and they're actually closing the gap between the unemployed and the employed veterans. But it's still not enough, because if you factor in the fact within the next 5 years, there's going to be at least another 1 million service members that are coming back into the United States and leaving the service, themselves and their families. And that's only going to increase the gap. But you had asked me specifically about the value of veterans, and so I do want to address that too. The veterans provide a unique skill set. Just naming off a few areas, leadership. The veterans are leading sometimes hundreds or even thousands of troops out on the battlegrounds and in support positions. That's the type of experience that is really hard to find out there. Teamwork. They're arm in arm with their colleagues and out there protecting our country. They're responsible for millions of dollars worth of equipment. If you think about the cost of an airplane or a tank, it's hundreds of millions of dollars. And then also respect for the structure. That's one of the things that we've noticed. They have a lot of respect for organizations, for the chain of command, for the equipment, and even for the clients and the customers of an organization.
Great. So, in regards to your business model, how have you achieved success so far?
Well, I think the best way, Erica, to talk about the demonstrated success we've had is to look at a case study.
Okay.
And if I go back and look at one particular case study for one of our telecommunications clients, they asked us to come into a rural area in Texas and to create a call center. And they asked us to do it very quickly. In fact, we had to hire well over 100 people within 2 months.
Wow.
To be successful. And what we were looking for is in a call center was to find candidates that had a strong technical aptitude, really solid interpersonal skills, that can work a flexible schedule and had really good phone etiquette. So we had to go out and find these people, again, a large number in a short time. And what we were able to do is we were able to build a community-based approach to finding these resources and these people. And this is kind of where we kind of stumbled into veteran recruitment. And I say stumbled, we really did set out to target to find veterans, but we found that it was more successful than we even anticipated. What we're able to do is to build relationships with the local military base, with the workforce center in this particular community, with the Texas Veterans Commission. And we were able to fill these positions. Almost 25% of the positions we filled in this call center within 2 months were veterans, disabled veterans. And even a larger number was within spouses of the veterans. So just to kind of repeat that, we staffed over 130 positions, with 25% of those being veterans in a short time.
That's fantastic.
You know what's really good about it too is we found that the veterans that we staffed, this 25% of the population, performed outstanding. We talked a little while ago about the unique skill set that they have. That skill set really parlayed well into them coming in and performing quicker and better than the non-veteran population. And as a result of the veterans and the non-veterans in our center here, we were able to increase our performance to our client, which resulted in a lot of cost savings for the client. In fact, the numbers in the millions, the amount of cost savings that the clients had in this particular center. So really what the end result is, Metasys was able to provide an innovative veteran recruiting and staffing model to our client.
Are there any other benefits to the client aside from just the cost savings?
I'm glad you asked that question because there is some big tax incentives that the client and Metasys was able to get. In fact, there was one large tax incentive that Metasys filed for, and once we received it, we actually shared that tax incentive with our client. We felt that our client was responsible for our success, and so we ended up sharing that with them. So yes, in addition to being an employer, hiring veterans, disabled veterans, veteran spouses, maximizing cost savings for our client, we also were able to get some tax incentives, and we also won an award for the services that we provided. We won an award with the Texas Veterans Commission. It was a regional award, and we're nominated for a statewide award due to the program that we put in place.
That's terrific, Steve. Congratulations. All right, so if I'm a prospective client and I'm looking to bring talented veterans to my organization, how do I get started?
Well, I think, Erica, that's a great question, and we would welcome anybody that's listening to this podcast to reach out to us, and I think we'll provide our contact information in just a moment. But I think the first step is a discovery meeting. It's just a kind of very informal meeting to talk a little bit more about our services that we can provide and understand the prospective need, where that need might be, and for us to gather a little bit of information, again, very informally, and then we can come back and have more serious conversations after that.
Wonderful. Steve, thank you so much for your time today and sharing this great information with us. To contact Steve and to get started with your own veteran staffing program, reach out to him via phone at 678-218-1591 or email at salter@metasysinc.com. And you can also visit our website for more information at www.metasysinc.com and connect with us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Thank you and have a good day.